He came on his own, large, black like a moonless night, with eyes the color of fresh spring leaves. No one called him, and that was the first thing about him. One day he simply appeared at the man's doorstep, walked in, ate, and left again, back into a world where he lived by his own rules. Once a day, food, a brief presence, then freedom. He had no name. He didn't need one. He was rough. He growled while eating. If someone came too close, he attacked without warning. He fought everyone, cats, dogs, sometimes even people. There was no fear in him, only strength, and the certainty that he had the right to be first. In winter, he came inside to warm up, and something strange happened then. In a clean, almost empty house, he became impossible to find. He vanished, dissolved, turned into a shadow, as if the house never fully accepted him, and he never fully accepted the house. Until a woman appeared. She found him quickly. By force. She pulled him out from under cabinets, from beneath beds, dragged him into the light, held him, petted him, placed him on her lap, on the couch, on the bed, where there was warmth and life. He growled, struggled, resisted, but he didn't leave. She fed him, pulled him into the house, shared food while cooking. He sat nearby as if just watching, and slowly he began to move through the house differently, not like a guest, but like an owner. He allowed touch. He stayed. He turned out to be talkative. He answered greetings with a voice, deep, low, not quite feline. When he wanted outside, he called in a sound that couldn't be mistaken. And then finally, he was given a name. Simple. Exact. It fit him like fate. He responded to it. He began to look for her, loudly, across the entire yard. The neighbors knew if they heard that call, he was coming to her. He jumped into her arms, wrapped his paws around her, purred, pressed close as if confirming, found you. He sensed more than he should have. When fear overtook her, when her body tightened, when the air turned hostile, he appeared out of nowhere, cried out, climbed into her arms, wrapped himself around her neck, covered her, like a shield. She never understood how he knew, but he was always on time. With the years, he became part of her life. He slept beside her, followed her everywhere. He was free, and still he belonged. Once, when someone raised their voice at her, he calmly walked over and bit the offender's leg. No noise, no chaos. He simply did what he believed was right. He was intelligent. Very. One spring, he disappeared. For a long time. They thought he'd gone wandering, as cats do. But on a holiday, he returned, sat in the yard, and waited. She picked him up and felt how light he was. Then the lumps. Then fear. He had been torn apart. Slowly. Brutally. From face to tail. The skin rotted away, exposing bone and flesh. He screamed when she treated the wounds. And she, crying but steady, changed the bandages, forced medicine, fed him when he no longer wanted to live. Everyone thought he was dying. She didn't. Leaving him to die was impossible. He survived, slowly, painfully, stubbornly. The wounds closed. Pink skin appeared, then fur. He went outside again, strong, alive, loving. The bond between them became almost physical. He knew her. She knew him. One day, as she packed her things, he climbed into the suitcase and sat there, silently, like a decision that wasn't open for discussion. Then came the morning, crying. He was calling to go outside. She knew it wasn't safe. She held him, hugged him, argued. He looked at her with those large green eyes and still pulled toward the door. She let him go. He never came back. They say cats leave when they feel the end. She couldn't stop him. She never met another cat like him. Strong, intelligent, devoted, black, with green eyes that held too much understanding for one living creature. He came on his own, and he left the same way.